Sunderland's River Wear has always held stories of hard-won livelihoods, quiet resilience and oil-stained camaraderie. Our river is a witness to generations of lives built along its banks. Yet, as the river flows steadily forward, the voices that once animated its story grow quieter. The living memory is fading, and with it the shipbuilders. The fitters, boilermakers, riveters, riggers, fishermen, tugboat crews, the river pilots, and of course the women who supported them. They lived and laboured beside the river. Many have passed on, taking with them memories not recalled in books or monuments. By capturing these stories, we aim not only to document the human experience surrounding the River Wear, but also listen to history as told by those who lived it. Our river then ceases to be merely a map marker. It becomes a living archive of collective memory.
Fishing, why, yeah, mate. It was either a feast or a famine, you know. Feast or a famine. When the salmon was running in 1970, that was a big year, catching hundreds, thousands of them, salmon. Dear mate, where they come from, we don't know. There was only one boat beat me for the record week, was Arthur Mull with the windways. Apart from that, I was second boat catching thousands of them, made a canny bit of money then, you know.
Who did you sell them to?
The local Muirhead.
Oh,
they had a fresh fish up along Fulwell Road, just where the railway crossing is.
Yeah.
They had a fresh fish up there, and he had a place on the fish quay. And they used to take boxes of them and just weigh them off and pierce at the weekend, you know. And that was good as well. Like. And then that started to ease off, and the crabs and lobsters eased off. Some years you caught a few, some you didn't, you know.
Do you think that was anything to do with pollution, like, innit? With the shipyards all along? And
well, at them days they didn't worry about it. All the sewage getting pumped into the river, they didn't worry about this environment and tidying the place up. And
we get some big fish around, sewage pipes, I know that.
Oh, there was. Even the South Dock, there was that many ships going in there, and they didn't have what they call a black water tank. When you use the toilet, just come out to the side of the ship and in the dock. And you always caught plenty of fish in the dock, and the mussels in the dock, South Dock would grow like that, and you know. But it was really, really good. And then we went from there. There was a lad, Ron Hodgson. He was a local diver for a year. He had service in the pier, he worked for the port. He had 3 or 4 divers and 2 boats. And I got a job with him. It was like skipper on his tug called the Oron, little towing boat. Worked with a dredger down the Tees, and then we went up to Firth of Forth, when British Gas was getting natural gas from the North Sea,
pipeline,
coming ashore and putting a pipeline. And they wanted a big dredger to work in the Firth of Forth, just at the shallow sides of the north side and the south side. In the middle, the pipe got laid on the seabed and covered itself. Erosion, but the north side and south side had to be dredged, a big trench, you know, and then they laid the pipe in that. And then
so you left the pilot boat to do this, didn't you?
Into fishing, and then as the fishing went on and died to death, and I come out of that and went working for the diver, you know. But it was all sea related, you know. I was going to sea all the time. And even today, I'm going on my cruises and that, and people say, "Bob, you do not go to sea all your life." You know, I said, "Well, I've run more saltwater out of my shop than many people's been on." But I like it. You know, I still like it today. A friend of mine and had a charter boat, and we used to go all over the country looking for boats till he got the boat he wanted, and he's got the right boat now, like. But I went to across to Denmark, to Odense, and brought a boat back with a couple of lads down into Kiel, through the Kiel Canal, and out into the North Sea to fetch it back here. And we got a few mile out, and they were down below pumping out with buckets. You know, because she was taking that much water. She was alright when she was still, she wasn't making water. But you're on a boat what's caught, planks started opening up.
It's a wooden.
And when we were bouncing up and down, she was making water in the fish room, and no matter what pumps we had on, wasn't coping. So I said to the lad Brian, he was very good friends of the owner. I said, "Brian, what do you want today?" I said, "You just kind of be down there till we get to Britain, you know, get over the North Sea." I said, "What do you want?" He said, "We'll call it a day turn around." So I turned the boat around, and we went into port called the Wilhelmshaven in Germany.
Yeah.
We left it there and got the train back to Hamburg, and got the ship, the ferry to Ipswich. They come down, the owners, and transferred from their car to let us. They went on the ferry, and then
So did you do any training for master's tickets or anything?
Yeah, with the charter boats. I got a charter boat skipper's ticket.
Where did you do that then? At South Shields or?
We got that as like what they call a grandfather's ticket, right? The inspector came down and he come on the board of the boat, and how many years he been doing this, and told him. He said, well, you automatically qualify without going for any exams or anything like that. We were working on the river all these years and doing on the pilot boat and the light boat, and now you're charter boat and one thing and another.
So your experience was good enough?
Qualified for college work.
Excellent, yeah. Because
he was asking questions and I was answering them, navigation, what side this ship's lights and one thing and another. And he said,
so it's like on the board, like on the job training and then...
Yes,
past
he was more interested in sitting having a cup of tea and a biscuit with us, but he put us through the test he had to do, and saved me a lot of time going to colleges and one thing and another.
So was any of your family work in the industries on the river, or?
Well, my father was not in the industry, but in a shipmaking. He was a boilermaker service time in the old North Eastern.
All right.
Just while the Wildall was lifted out of the water one time, the big buildings, I think they're pulled down now, aren't they?
Yeah, I've gone on.
He served his time in there as a boilermaker. And then he ended up in the sailmaker's place on the river side at the low quay. Wayside sailmakers. And we used to make light boat covers for ship's light boats, hatch covers, and I used to work in there as well before I left school and got messages in there.
Was your missus happy with all this?
When I was married, well, we had to do it. Yeah. We had to do it, and there's times like on the tugs, I'll get in and get me tea. I'll say, mind, put a sandwich up, I'm going back to work at 7 o'clock. And what time are you back? I said, no, we've got this ship, that ship. Could be 6 o'clock in the morning before I get home. That's the way it went on tugs, You had to work with the tide, which yourself, you can't get in that south dock every day. No. And every time you want to. And then the shipbuilding, and it was good with the shipbuilding. The 2 hours on that with knowledge, had a little bit strength, but really I couldn't pull your cap off compared to Dales. So every time there was a ship launched, the diesels got out of the forward end and got off the stern end, got the wires in, and the paddle boats do like the 1 hour's on, backed in, got the wires off the ship with the sliding boxes joined underneath the ship, once the ship slides on. And we had to pull them out, take them round the stern of the ship to the low quay, to the sand point, pull them in there. Same as Doxfords, same as Austin's and Pickersgills. We used to do all that, all the barge work and all the catching the box out and pull them to the quay.
A lot of traffic in them days, wasn't there?
Oh, there was.
You ever see any incidents?
Lots of work. Lots of work. Well, one bad incident, I just admissed it. There was a lad, bad accident, he was killed aboard the tug in the south dock. He was on the rough side there. And we used to get these ships in, foreigners, Portuguese, Spanish ships in. At the time we had to use their ropes. And I was told that the tug, the rough side, backed in to his forward end. He was at 1 or 2 belts at the dock there. And I got this old, what we call a water laid rope, plaited rope. And it come up tight and I said, right, mark fast. And they made fast and it broke when the tug was, because the ship was loaded. It broke off by the ship and it come back aboard the ship, back aboard the tug. Hit this lad on the deck, knocked him, broke his neck in 2 places. And his glasses was found up on the boat deck. He was killed instant. Gordon Nixon, they called him. Over that.
It goes off with a right old bang, doesn't it? When
the ropes, aye. It just a crack. And it went off by the fairleads on the ship, so we had a recoil from the tug right up to the ship. If it broke off at the tug, it would have flew back the other way. But it didn't. We had the best part of the rope and it was chafed, maybe from previous use on the ship, where it comes through the fairlead, previous use, and broke some of the strands and that.